Hey, what's up, you guys? Bloody Jacob here.
Hey, what's up, you guys? Bloody Jacob here.
Jacob here, meeting my icon, Catherine Isabel Di Lorenzo.
Wait, what did you say?
Dana Di Lorenzo.
Okay.
Have a good one.
You guys better subscribe and watch my friend on his YouTube channel. He is kicking ass.
Everyone who took it felt the flood of the past. They felt it in their skin, in their lips, their fingertips.
I told you this before, but obviously you're having trouble remembering.
Fire, brimstone, boom. And there you were, just on the right side of the flame.
Who's Desiree? That's all you've been talking about.
I don't know where she is. Desiree.
You're not the only one looking for her.
Hey, what's up, you guys? Bloody Jacob here to bring you another movie review. This time we're going to be talking about a 2016 crime sort of psychological thriller drama film called Desiree.
You have looked better, Eric. The fire happened on your watch.
They think that you're the creator.
3 days you got to remember.
If I get the formula, you'll let me go.
You are irreplaceable.
Which is why I'm still alive. I have to find her before they do. Desiree.
And if you guys know my channel at all, it should be apparent why I decided to watch this movie and why I'm now doing a video on it. Before we go into that, though, it tells the story of an inspired experimental chemist who wakes up in New Orleans jail accused of arson that's linked to an illegal drug manufacturing ring. Suffering from amnesia, he's unexpectedly released on bail, determined to find his missing girlfriend. So, this movie is actually based off of a book, I guess, that was called Dermaphoria, I believe. I haven't read it myself, but, again, why I watch this is because of the cast, especially the star. It, of course, stars, Joseph Morgan, who plays Klaus Michelson on one of my all-time favorite shows, one of my all-time favorite characters. So I've always meant to watch more, work he's done. And this movie also stars Ron Perlman's in it as well. I've been doing a lot of Sons of Anarchy videos lately. It also has Walton Goggins, who is known for Justified and some other things, which I did videos on not too long ago as well. And so it's very ironic that I came across this film on Amazon Prime when I did. So like I said, this film, I've seen it called like a crime thriller. But I'd almost really say it's more like a psychological drama, almost. I mean, there's definitely a crime element there. Because, of course, the work that Joseph Morgan's character does, his name's Eric in the movie. He's, of course, tied to a lot of, bad and shady people, Walton Goggins being the prominent one we see in this movie. And all he wants to do though is, when he wakes up from this, is find his girlfriend named Desiree. So he's sort of just distraught and sort of just completely tired of himself, basically. But he wants to find Desiree, and that's what it's about. And Joseph Morgan, he did an excellent job. If you guys haven't seen Joseph Morgan in something for some reason, if you haven't watched the originals or the Vampire Diaries or anything like that, check this guy out, because he is one of the best actors I've ever seen. He's one of my favorite actors I've ever seen, and he's just a very, very good at emoting and just certain little visual tics and mannerisms he has, as well as how expressive he is with his eyes. He's very good in this. This guy should have won a few Emmys over and over, and he definitely did very well in this film. And Walton Goggins was also a pretty good presence as well. His little mustache and everything, and his yellow suit that he would arrive in once in a while. Who he also had this brother, I guess, I forget if it was his brother or not, but kind of had special issues. But Joseph Morgan and the others would have to kind of just tolerate it because of Walton Goggins sitting right there. And ironically, Ron Perlman, he plays a detective in this movie. And he was pretty good as well. There wasn't a whole lot of him though. But yeah, so my overall thoughts on this movie, I did like it just for Joseph Morgan's performance alone, and I was fairly intrigued by the mystery of what happened to this Desiree girl. And it's fairly well written in terms of dialogue as well. But it's one of those films, it is kind of a depressing film as well because of the life this guy's lived, and you just see just how low this guy is sunk. Just how he's having to live in it and wade through it and everything like that. And if you do know Joseph Morgan, you're used to him being the strong, original hybrid, right? But in this, he's more of a, I won't say, well, I shouldn't say defenseless, but more of a, I don't know, a bit of a, just because of what he's driven by and what he's done, a bit weaker, especially at this point in his life, and he's not exactly stable enough to, defend himself in the proper way and stuff like that. So it kind of makes sense. And, he can't kill everyone all the time, so it is what it is. But it was just a bit odd for me sometimes seeing him be so intimidated by Walton Goggins and stuff like that. But, he's playing a different character, so it is what it is. And, you do seem to get to have a little bit of life back in him when he starts going a little bit straight, not taking as many drugs, so he can sort of get a clear head. So he's still pretty good in this movie. Again, it's just different for me to see him play it, a very different kind of character. Like I said, it is a depressing kind of movie, and the way it ends is not going to be the most crowd-pleasing thing ever, I guess, without spoilers. But it's definitely sort of a, I don't know if I want to say grim, well yeah, kind of grim ending, but it definitely has a independent movie feel to it, the way they take certain directions. I'm not sure how well this would go over if it was a bigger, released film. It's not like I Melt With You, though, which I reviewed a while ago, though. It's not quite, to that point, but still, I did enjoy it. Like I said, Joseph Morgan is very good in this film, and no matter how you feel about the ending, it still was fairly effective for me. I, for the most part, liked how things played out, and there's some really well-written monologue that Joseph Morgan's character has at the end that kind of talks about love and everything like that, and it made me kind of tear up. I fell for it. So I guess it succeeded on that end. But at the same time, I felt like they could have done more with a few things throughout the film with Walton Goggins and Joseph Morgan's characters together, and there weren't as many huge climaxes maybe as people wanted, because it's not a conventional film, so it really goes, or it's really based on what you're expecting or what you're watching it for. But yeah, so overall, I was a bit lukewarm on some elements of it, like I said. and my ratings are usually based on both my critical view of things as well as how much I personally enjoyed it. So overall, I'd give this film probably about a B or a B minus, somewhere around there. Part of me wants to give it a B plus or higher, just for Joseph Morgan, but I'm trying to think of every other part of it. But it's still fairly good, still worth a watch. It's not overly long. It's on Amazon Prime, again, if you want to check it out yourselves. I probably will be buying it just for Joseph Morgan's sake. So, yeah, follow me on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, like, subscribe. I'll catch you guys next time. Peace.